everyone, this is Waldo again with the second episode of Smite Roll Call by Dotscast, and today is Tank Tuesday, so we're going to go ahead and jump in here and take a look at this and explain your role as a tank and a little bit about, I don't know who I'm going to pick to do this. I'll probably do Athena because it's probably my best tank. But we have Ares is the Greek god of war, Athena is the Greek goddess of wisdom, Bacchus is the Roman god of wine, a bunch of other things, pretty sure. Hades is the Greek king of the underworld, Sobek is the Egyptian god of the Nile, and Vulcan is the Roman smith of the gods, and Ymir is the Norse father of the frost giants. And mainly your role as a tank, which I'll be going over, is to be in the duo lane with your team's hunter, and really just help them get fed and set up kills for them, kill opportunities, anything like that. And then also from time to time you'll be roaming the jungle to get to other lanes and help out with ganks and preventing ganks where you can and whatnot like that. Also other roles that some of these tanks can play, I know Vulcan and Hades can make great solo lanes. And also Athena can be a good jungler. I'm going to go ahead and just lock this in so we don't get kicked out like we did in the last episode. But Athena is an incredible jungler, just a high damage with if you build her like a mage, which is, I don't know if I've made a guide video about that, but I will at some point. And then the other was at Vulcan and Hades solo lane. They're pretty good. Used to see Athena solo lane and also what's his face? I can't even think. Sobek. Sobek used to be a really good solo lane as well. But we're going to go to your main job just kind of in the duo lane for tanking. And as a tank, if you have any kind of control ability, that's going to be the first thing you want to pick up. So we go ahead and grab her Confound, which is her taunt. For others, I mean, it would be maybe Hades' Fear, his Silence, or whatever. Yeah, Bacchus's Great Disruption on his belly flop, and you could also go for the stun. You can go either way with that, depending on if you're really chasing or if you're kind of preventing a gank. Then you could go for the burp. And I guess what's the Ymir's Freeze? Vulcan, you just go for the Inferno Cannon regardless, just damage. Can't even think of all the things. Ares probably the chain, but you don't really see Ares too much. So we started out here, we got Athena, so we grabbed the taunt, and then let's go ahead and, because a good start for a build would be, if you're in the dual lane, we're going to grab Watcher's Gift. It seems more of a supporty item, and you'd think Mark of the Vanguard would be what you would need, but it's really not. It's not necessary. So just snag Watcher's Gift. And a couple actives, I like to use Creeping Curse and Hand of the Gods. And I don't think we have money. I think you have money for like 2 mana pots, maybe, maybe not, since they up price. What's that? 600, yeah, 100 deal a bunch of it. So I grab 2 mana pots. That's what I do. And then you usually go towards the mid harpies and just kind of poke your head around, see if you can find somebody, and if you know your team can get a kill, then you're gonna just taunt them out. Ooh. You're gonna taunt them out and then go for the try to help your team get the kill. Really not much to do with laning. You want to take hits for your carry when you can, or your hunter, whatever, just to keep them alive because they're squishier than you are, obviously, and let your hunter get last hits as well, because you're going to benefit from the last hit with Watcher's Gift, and he doesn't have that luxury because he's probably going to use Death's Toll or go for the Double Heartseeker at the start, so he's not going to have some kind of weird or not active. I was about to say something real dumb. Starter item, and really not much to talk about with tanks. Depending on if you're getting beat up in your lane, you're going to want to go for a pretty tanky start. I actually like to start, instead of starting with any shoes at the beginning, if I'm taking damage, I like to grab this or start with Mystical Mark to help with my clear. But if I'm not taking damage, then I start on Boots of Celerity to help me roam the jungle to prevent ganks and stuff. Mainly helps with your return trips and stuff, especially with Athena. If you use your ult, you're going to fly away across the map, and then you want to get back pretty quickly. Unless, of course, you're going to want to use teleports and stuff like that. But yeah, tanks are pretty simple. You have a very important role, but it's not as complicated as say like a mid or even a jungler. Sometimes a jungler just is faced with a lot of decisions. But if anyone comes to gank your lane, you're going to want to use your control abilities to try to help land the kill. Also use your damaging abilities also, or any kind of initiates, stuff like that. Because first you'll want to sort of retreat a little bit just to give them a little bit of a false sense of security or whatever to think that they can push up. And as soon as they start pushing forward, you can use with Athena. You got her dash here and do that. But your main thing with this would just be to like dash in and then drop a 3 on them and then taunt them through it. So you take both hits of the damage. Let's see what we can do with a build here. So you start out with Watcher's Gift, and then I like to start with Mystical Mark. It's pretty good. Or Boots of Celerity, depending on if I'm taking a lot of damage or not. But where this Precious is at. Boots of Celerity. All the actual tanks now are magical, so Void Stone is pretty nice. Or Focus Void Stone if you want to get a little bit of damage out. With Athena, I like to get a little bit of damage. And if you need more magical protections, just go for these 2 items right here. And if you need more Fizz Prot, Hide the Nemean line is pretty good. Sovereignty is incredible, and Breastplate of Valor is also really, really nice. So, Breastplate, Sovereignty. So Watcher's Gift, you'll probably pick up another magical if your team's balanced well. This one will probably help you more in surviving a team fight, but you can go poke around over here. Where is it? Make this video a little bit longer. It's really short because tanks are just not a lot of info, but they're still fun. Some pings on there from the Mystical Mark going on. And like reasons for the actives are this will help you chase in a fight. If you guys are like in the dual lane, if you're attacking both of them at the same time, and you're probably going to get a kill on at least one of them, but you can use the Creeping Curse to try to guarantee both kills, and then you use the Hand of the Gods just a little bit of I guess handling the creep wave and stuff like that. When there's oh, they're all dead over here. I'm gonna say when they spawn or whatever, let your carry start poking at the front guys, and you just run around to the back and just hog the back group, which is pretty nice. And then it helps you get a little more golden XP on top of every team. Should get a lot of damage with the full build. I mean, that's all for tanks. It's pretty short, so this is be a pretty good, or not as long of an episode as the other one was. But if you have any more questions about tanking or anything like that in general, just leave a comment for us, and we'll get back to you on that. Tim is more of our tank, and so if there's anything that I can't answer, I'm sure he can. Let's see, what does he usually play? He plays Bacchus and Sobek. Probably his 2 main things. Goodness, it's like almost 6 in the morning when I'm recording this, but tomorrow's Warrior Wednesday, and I look forward to that. We're going to cover all the guys like Guan Yu, Thor, Odin, Vamana, Tyr. That might be it. Hercules. Those guys, all the tough guys, used to have a tank label, but not anymore. They want you to focus on that damage. they're pretty fun, and a few of them can be used in the jungle as well. So we can tie all that in together. One day I'll probably do a just overall jungling guide, which will be pretty cool. It's not necessarily under the same definitions of what roles Smite uses, but look forward to that as well. Check out more videos at dotscast.com or articles as well. Most of the videos you can just find on our YouTube, but if you want to go to the website, help us out, just checking it out, feel free. There's a lot of stuff up there. All the links to all of our Twitches, I think, they might be on there. And mine's probably going to change, though, because I just got a different name for my Smite stuff, you know. But thanks for watching, and tune in tomorrow for Warrior Wednesday.